Hello guys, this is Momo from Momo Gaming, and today I'm going to talk about Gamescom 2013, which is 1 month away, August 21st to the 25th. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's basically an E3 in Europe. It is a huge games convention showing off new games, and the main focus for this Gamescom for 2013 will be on Microsoft and Sony on their Xbox One and PlayStation 4. And at this year's Gamescom, it will be between Xbox One and PlayStation 4 in a head-to-head battle. And I predict at this event, it will be a much closer battle than it was at E3. Starting off with the PlayStation 4, whether you like it or not, Sony's PlayStation 4 was a clear victor at E3 2013. The big reason for that was because Sony came out and attacked Microsoft's new policies, which from that E3 has been removed from Microsoft's console. Sony came out with none of the restrictive policies and a cheaper price point, which gave the PlayStation 4 a clear advantage. After E3, it was clear the PlayStation 4 was the better system until Microsoft came out and made some huge changes, which people referred to it as the Xbox 180. To many people, Sony did it right the first time around, which convinced many gamers to go with the PlayStation 4. Now with Gamescom, we don't know too much what Sony's going to do, because they didn't really announce much. However, they did announce that they will be showing off 30 games at this year's Gamescom. Besides this, Sony did not really announce anything else for Gamescom, which is a good thing because the main focus of Gamescom is games. At this point, Sony does not need to do much to stay on the top. Just show more exclusive games and wait to see if Microsoft messes up again. The few exclusive games that I really want to see at Gamescom would be Jak and Daxter game, if either it's an HD version or it's a new game. I would love to see that. Time Splitters, and a God of War game for PlayStation 4. Sony is in the lead right now. Let's see if they can maintain it at Gamescom. Next up is Microsoft and the Xbox One. Like I said, Microsoft did not win E3. However, many gamers and I were very impressed what Microsoft had to offer with the games and believed that Xbox conference was better. However, they still lost because of the policies. The games were great, with great exclusives, which is very impressive for Microsoft. Also, Microsoft went after time exclusive content for big games like the biggest two FPS games, Call of Duty and Battlefield 4. Weeks after E3, many changes have occurred. One of the huge changes is that Microsoft removed their DRM and use game policies. This was huge, but a few features were lost, like the family sharing. However, Microsoft might one day bring this back from some tweets. They might bring it back, they said. We'll have to see later in the future. After this, Don Matrick leaves as the head of Xbox One to be the CEO of Zynga, which is most known for Farmville or any Facebook social games. And the replacement is Julie Larson, who took over for him, and she is best known for creating Windows 7. Ever since she took over, more small changes have been announced, and for the better for Xbox One. One of the biggest changes is the way Microsoft will be handling indie games on the Xbox One. Originally, if an indie developer wanted to put their game on Xbox One, they would have to go through a publisher, like EA or Ubisoft, for example. If an indie developer would want to update their game, they would have to pay Microsoft to release an update. Now, of course, they don't have to do this. No longer does an indie developer have to pay for updates or need to go through publishers. This is what Microsoft had to say. Our vision is that every person can be a creator, that every Xbox One can be used for development, that every game and experience can take advantage of all the features of Xbox One and Xbox Live. This means self-publishing. This means Connect, the cloud, achievements. This means great discoverability on Xbox Live. We'll have more details on the program and timeline at Gamescom in August. So we can expect to hear about indie games during Gamescom and how they basically make every Xbox One a dev kit. There is also a rumor going around because of this that Microsoft will allow mods for games. And if this is true, this would be huge to be able to have mods on your Xbox One. And this would be a huge win for the Xbox One because Sony probably will not have mods on their next generation system. Besides this, Microsoft has also stated they have more exclusives to show off at this year's Gamescom, but has not announced a number of how many they're going to show off. So we can expect some new games and news about their new changes in this system. This time around, I think we will most likely see an improvement in the message of the Xbox One and what it's supposed to do. I think with the change in management and policies, we will get a much better show with the great features explained better with the Xbox One and see a much closer battle between the PS4 and Xbox One. Time for the closing statement and my prediction for Gamescom 2013. Microsoft will be the one to watch during this year's event, with many changes that have already happened and with probably more to come. It will be interesting to see people's reaction for these changes. I expect we will see some great games and great features, and this time people will be debating on who wins. It will not be a total slaughter, it will be a much closer battle, with people more excited about Xbox One this time around. I strongly believe that Gamescom 2013 will come down to Microsoft and what games, features, and big changes they have to offer. Microsoft has a chance to redeem themselves. They have made a ton of changes and been announcing new features since E3. If they come out and explain these new features and policies well, Microsoft might have a chance to win some gamers back. I really don't believe Sony can do much to make it an easy win, unless they grab a huge exclusive for their system. An example of that might be something like, Half-Life 3. Although that won't happen, that would probably make it a hands-down win for Sony. With all eyes on Microsoft, it comes down to them who will win this year's Gamescom. My prediction is, if Microsoft does a great job or even an amazing job at Gamescom, they will win Gamescom 2013. However, if they do just a good job, average job, or even a bad job, Sony will win, no questions asked. It doesn't matter how bad Sony did, it will be an easy win for Sony. So guys, it is your turn. Who will win Gamescom 2013, and what is your most anticipated game of this year? Tell me down in the comments below. Rate and subscribe for more videos. I am Momo for Momo Gaming. See you guys next time.